I'm gonna take you through like the very basics of like doing the VR training, obviously how to like get through it easily, and also what it teaches you. This thing is going to be like a learning journey for me, because basically I am still pretty like new at this game, and I'm trying to find everything about it, and obviously how to make it better for you guys. Anyway, there's some very important points basically about this game, and the best thing to do is the VR training, and keep on repeating it for like as long as you need. The game is as scary as hell, so like let's get into it. So basically, like I've already completed the VR training right now, but I'll go back into it again and basically start it over. Basically, like you will have like various types of like you only have 3 to start with. Obviously I've got more, but as you can see that I've actually made 0 progress anywhere. I've been playing this through time and time again. I've done it about 20 to 30 times basically to learn everything which I can, and I gotta say that the training video is actually like
the emergence of the parasite has been devastating, making containment.
So, like,
brief me on
first
route and
have
I'll
to do
get
is
it
you have
done.
to select your operators. Out of all of them, normally I choose a medic, but with this one here I found Pulse to be like particularly good, mainly because he can see what's coming around the corners. This world is actually very scary, and I've got to say, like unlike other games, it's like when you lose health, let's say over like 100% health, you basically don't get it back until you, in the game at least, go into kind of like a hibernative state, and you get replenished with health. So basically health is really important, staying alive is really important, a bit much like all games. But like if you played other games like Left 4 Dead, etc., then you know that like, okay, when you alert an enemy, they scream or they shout, they call other enemies. Is that the same deal here? So like you can choose like your operators, and I'm not going to go through them. I'm just going to do a quick one through with Pulse, because I found him to be the most effective, at least for my playing, and you have to be mega stealthy. So what happens is basically you come in and you have to start to choose like your weapon. First of all, I'm gonna include the tips because they are very helpful. There's one thing they don't actually show you, is a thing called ping, but I'll come to that in a few seconds. There's also like another thing I found about this is like there's no controls map. At least I've not found it easy. If it exists somewhere, it's bloody invisible to me. So I'm gonna try and take you through some of the controls. Obviously you've got like your W, A, S and D. You've also got like a kind of like a peer around, like corners, which like means you're not stepping out. You're kind of like doing something like this. This kind of like helps you to see around corners without, as I say, necessarily giving away, like walking into the room and feeling like an uninvited guest. So when you start the mission, it's like you have a choice of like a medic, somebody else I've not actually tried or played yet, and Pulse.
Point me towards the problem and let me get
Next
to
thing you
work.
have to do is like you have no choice of weapons or anything else. I've also got these ones as default. You do get a choice of using some of the things like a drone, which you can try out, which if you played Siege before, you know, you kind of saying you lay down on the floor, you let him out and come back. If you want to use it and continue with that, like in other missions, all you need to do is just like send him out, come back, pick it up, and then it kind of recharges the battery, and you can do the same. Anyway, so like what you do first is like you confirm your loadout, then you have a countdown. Basically, like you're in the game.
All react departments enact incursion protocols for the safety of our personnel.
You press like spacebar to skip. And the first mission basically just gets you to take down one person. And there's a few other people as well. First of all, you get your main big weapon, which is a big and noisy one. You kind of like want to go for something which is like a little bit more stealthy. The other thing is like you need to learn is C to crouch. You have to press that because basically noise alerts the enemies. There's lots of people out there saying, well, noise doesn't really alert the enemies. I found it does, and your survival rate if you're a beginner and you've not played the game before it reaches probably 25%. So like here we've got like something here that explains like about like the arcane, like awareness. Basically, they are pretty alert.
You have one target to take down with your
when they
reactor blade.
scream, you have to watch
A sample
out,
will be
like,
collected at the same time.
seeing what appears on the map, you get these like places where you basically need to go to. If you want to see the map, then what you have to do is you have to press the tab key. That brings up a nice little map. Sadly, it doesn't actually move with you, so whatever direction you're in, you're going to have to go from here. You just literally got it in front of you. It's kind of like a bit of a useless Google Maps, right? And you've got no compass. So basically, you kind of have to use like whatever angle you're in and work out from there. Not Watch Dogs Legion. Oops, just let off a shot there. So what I'm going to do is you can use your middle mouse wheel to switch between the guns, which is like what I do. I always go first with the gun with a silencer. If you get the drone, it's like basically you send him through here, and then there'll be like an enemy kind of like around the corner, and you just peek under a hole and you'll see him there, or you can go around left, and it's kind of like the first room on the right, and you see him there. So what we're going to do is as you see, I'm already crouched in, and I'm not going to do anything I'm not going to go around and pin up everything else like that.
You're getting close to the target.
So okay, so this is when your target is unalerted, you can perform a takedown. So basically it's like Watch Dogs Legion, Siege, you can just take people down when you want to. And you have to remember pressing V. It says you can crouch to sneak up. You have to. If you don't, basically, as soon as they catch you, then all hell breaks loose. If you don't know the area, you haven't done the map before, you're dead. So crouch across all the practice maps. And another important thing is basically using a smoke grenade. You get I think one to begin with, one or two, and when you see the react gear on the maps, you can stock up. At the end of each section, it's split between 3 sections. The first one is kind of easy, medium, and let's say boss level hard. The first one normally you go through and you can do lots of stuff and practice first. I'm going to play this really ultra cautious with you, because when you play this, you hear all the sounds and stuff like that. It's really bad. The medikits, it's with this, you get you get a certain amount per map, and you can see if you press the tab key, not only see the map, but you can see down here at the bottom what's actually remaining on the map. So we've got 3 medkits, right? We've got 2 ammo cases, and we can stock up on our the drones, smoke grenades, and stuff like that 3 times. So it's worth remembering. When you're doing this solo, obviously you can play it safe. I'm playing ultra safe for you, yeah. So okay, that just explains what I said beforehand. So now what you have to do is you have to kind of creep around. Typically this geezer's in this room here.
That's your target.
And it's got him there. Now, one thing which you can do is if you press
collapse on the objective,
Z, that marks it on the map. So when I go through, they don't teach you this in the training, pinging. It's called pinging. Then you can ping a certain objective. So everyone, let's say we the team, knows what to get, and that's going to help you guys out no matter when. I don't know why it wasn't in the training. So this geezer's around here. We can see a few things through the walls. Now,
deploying sensor.
What we got is his pulse has got a thing which is a bit like the aliens thing. It's a bit spooky. Using that actually creeps me out. But it normally tells you where nests are. On this one, there's no nests in the first mode. Don't have to worry about this too fast. But we see this geezer here, right? And he's over there, and you're thinking, oh my god, there's a doorway in here you can see, and you can say, well, okay, I'm taking the front on. No, see ya. So what you have to do is you have to learn how to use grenades. That's the G thing I told you about earlier, right? So I'm going to gas him.
Smoke grenade out.
I'm going to wait for him to gas, jump over, then I'm going to take him down. And that's how to take that one out.
Now that's the way to use the react blade. Remember to keep it close at hand.
You have to do the takedown to actually get to clear this level. That's the one objective of this level, and as you can see, there's one objective per subzone. So you can decide if they're completed or not. Let's not talk about the airlock. We're going to get to next.
You can now move to the airlock.
Now the thing is, like, you know, now I'm pretty, like, you know, I've got like it does give you quite a lot of time, like 10-11 minutes. People go, oh, that's far too much time, speed through. But we can see that, like, hey, if you're new to this game, it's like, and the sound effects and, like, I don't know, the whole atmosphere of this game is pretty zombie-like, right? So I'm going to use E. I'm going to try and peer around the corner, yeah, and see what's going on with these geezers. Oh my god, they're moving. So, like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to, like, grab... No, I can't actually use that. That's the ability kit. I've got to, like, all the pickups and stuff like that. They kind of, like, change around, and also locations, but more or less they're around about the same thing. But the ammo case won't be on one map, won't be the ammo one next time. Maybe an ability or something else. Now, there's various walls like this type of, like, paper thin wall here, and we can see, like, basically through it. So what you need to do is you need to get up to, like, a wall, right? And you can go, okay, now I can take this geezer around, but what happens to this other geezer over here, right?
Engage my target.
I pinged him. So once I shoot this guy here in the head, right, this other guy is probably going to come at me. I don't know how he's going to come at me. There may be more, but I know for a fact there's only two, right? So, like, I'll take him out. Oops. Or not. And I've got, like, this other one over here. So, like, I may be able to take this guy out, like, yeah, so, like, he's done. Now, like, whenever you do, like, a takedown and everything else, get into crouch, make sure, like, you're crouched around. I'll give you kind of like an introduction to stuff like nests and what this black stuff is. Basically, this black stuff basically means that you're going to be slowed down. Also, as well, it kind of, like, I know, helps the aliens be a bit stronger. That's it, really. Super kind of, like, over simplistic. So I'm just going to go around and see if there's anything else. I've still got 8 minutes on the clock. I'm going to check, like, you know, where the rooms are. So basically I need to go up here. This is my way out. I'm just going to check around here to see if there's anything here which I missed, and then go over, like, into this main part over here. I just remember there's actually no nests on this one, so I should just go over to the main thing. However you want to, like, think about this, it's like, you can never underestimate this game, or, like, if you basically get, like, whacked, you get whacked. You get whacked for good. God, I'm going totally wrong place. Got lost there. Sorry. So this is super cautious. I know there's no more, like, enemies, whatever, but unless you learn it, you're going to learn it. Now, normally for the run up to this, there's, like, an alleyway, normally 1 or 2 things in it. So I'm going to boost up on health, just because like, you know, you can always, like, rely on extra health when playing solo to basically keep you alive, you know, in this even in this, like, this simulation. So, like, I'm now going to the last part, and I'll find, like, some react tech. So I'll just, like, start up with grenades or something like that. Now, what you'll find, like, in within this thing is there's, like, they have, like, lots of, like, different type of, like sub quests and stuff like that, and which I can't show you right now, but when you start the quest, you want to see kind of, like, you know, what they're asking exactly, and it brings up and shows it on the screen. So I've had to do this thing, like, I think twice, I don't know, like, for various reasons, and basically by doing that, I got, like, extra points for when I actually start the game, which I've not yet done. So the medkit I don't need to take yet. I'm going to take, like, another one just because. And I've got more ammo, a bit short on ammo. But hey, stealthy, and you've always got your knife. So let's go through to the next airlock.
Sequence. Subzone.
Stay in the airlock. This subzone is a training module on the parasite ecosystem.
So they're talking about these nests, which I talked about earlier. Basically, like nests act as kind of like spawning grounds. They're smothered by black stuff. Now, when they're kind of like dormant or not moving, not alerted, then and they say there's an enemy nearby, and you want to take out the nest. Literally, you can kind of like walk up to the nest. You can do like a takeout of it, and then go on to the enemy, or the other way around. But like normally I don't start shooting the black stuff. I just kind of like put myself into like an area risk, which I'll show you in a few seconds. Yeah, it's talking about the awakened nests, and they generate
on occasion. We need you to plant auto trackers on nests so we can monitor them. Locate some nests.
Okay, so like with this map is like it's pretty easy. I need to have a look, and I definitely need to get some like ammo for like the next round. So like what I'm gonna do with Pulse is I'm gonna start like scanning, and we can see that you see through like walls and stuff. You can pick up like MIAs, like people are missed in action, people you have to rescue, which we see in the 3rd mission, and also like nests as well. Now we can see like
if it's dormant, plant an auto tracker.
So like basically, oops. Okay. So I've now pressed off. You can see there's like one enemy down here, right? Typically there's 1 or 2 here. So I'm gonna have to kind of like play this one here like a bit careful. I'm gonna see if I can take this geezer here down. See. Is the other girl pissed off yet? No, so I'm gonna go like around the back. They ask you not to shoot the nest with this one here, but I'm gonna go straight past it. This is slows me down. I don't care. We're playing this slow and careful for the first time. Oh dear, okay, he's working. They don't matter. It's all sorted out, right? So this one here, basically, you have to play around with like an overflow type of like statement gun. Oops. And you have to press F to plant. So what happens is you do this like once, you do it twice. Yeah. And so you have to keep on kind of doing it till it sticks. It's kind of like you have to staple it. So it's become a staple dive. Remember to reload as well as much as possible. Well, I don't trust the air and stuff like that. It's like I say, I don't know. I just close the doors. I don't care. I'm playing it safe and simple. He's got this one here, gap, staple gun.
Auto tracker activated.
I don't know his nest, but I'll get a headache from something stapling here a few times. So this is like where it starts to get a bit more creepy and stuff like this. You hear those nests, they creep the hell out of me. So this is kind of like one where I'm going to have to probably think about doing one geezer in the head. And also
heartbeat sensor.
Taking one guy out. Now I know kind of like, oops, from practice, that you can kind of like creep around this geezer here. Oh my god. You see, those guys are taken out. If I take them out with like a gun or something like that, like a loud one, like it'd be 1, 2, and then if I show you some more.
Cardiac sensor performing a sweep.
I mean, you just get like, there's 1, 2, and there's 3, I know there's one. It's just like, it's just a world of pain. Okay, staple gun out. Staple it. Come on, mate. Post it on it. Post it. Post it. Post it. Why aren't you doing anything?
HP7 scanning.
My gosh, finally. So like, if you start to get worried, that's what happens. Also as well, after you've sorted out
I'm reloading.
all the bad guys, right? It's like
you can head to extraction or continue to the next
like get
zone.
away from
The choice is up to
thing,
you.
otherwise you get like a massive. So the last thing you do, get away from it because it sends up lots of red smoke. Now sometimes around these spots here, sometimes there's like an alien here, but I haven't seen it all the time. And this is like an extraction point. Simply, it's like any point in the game, you can go to like the extraction point and like quit the mission. If you're down on health, whatever, then it's good. Remember, like whenever you pick up the health kits, even when it's the training missions, it's like your health is on countdown. You can see like at the bottom here that like I'm on 163 and it's just countdown to 162. So we kind of like want to boost this up whilst I'm in like the VR training. So like I'm gonna go around, and with this one here, we start to see things get like
Cardiac sensor searching.
pretty nasty. So what I can do if I want to is I can kind of like, okay, I want to find out, I want to know exactly where that
Eliminate my target.
the base is, or like a nest. With this one here, it's like there's a nest on top of the base. Could be ended up in the right direction, may not be. Who's missing? But typically, like when we get into this room, things start to get a bit like go a bit peaked up. There's normally type of like a crate here, and there's like one or two like over there. I haven't found anything upstairs. And there's like some nests here. They creep the hell out. So what you do, go up, speed up. The great thing about like creeping up and stuff on the nest, not only to get away, you get away from that horrible type of sound, but also as well you get rid of the black gunk. So if you spend a few seconds taking the risk, whatever, you're not wasting like ammo blown away on the floor, which I tell every other video to do. It's like kind of risk and benefits. I can hear some geezer. Now, something we haven't seen yet is like they do like a sound thing where like if they start to like hear you or something, you will like see. We will see kind of like some footprints on the screen. This gets a bit confusing. It took me a little time to work this one out. I've still got like 8 minutes. Search around. Whereabouts am I? Okay, so I'll go through here, go through there. So we've got some nests here, which are like easy kills, whatever.
Heartbeat sensor activated.
You don't have to kill these guys, but it's just good practice. Okay. Those ones back from the beginning. So we ping the point, let's go towards it. Reload. Okay, there's some geezer here, right? It's kind of like dormant. Oops, now it's not. You see there's like those little things? Those little things up there? There's like some type of like noise thing here, which means that someone's breaking through. There's like some like someone breaking through something. So like, if it's something which looks like a caution sign, whatever, it's there. Great, I've got some ammo. Loving that one. Yeah. Okay, there's a geezer up here. Take it down. Okay, so we're doing a kind of like a bit of a clear out. I want to get like some extra ammo and see some extra stuff. Great. Got some ready kits. And we can hear something around here.
Scanning with HP7.
And yeah, we've got like one of those nests. Like taking out nests, not only will it in the game actually get you extra points, but there's also, for me, I like it because it enables me to hear better. I find like their sound distracting. Got like 2 things up here. Still got 6 minutes on the clock. Oops. There's one guy there. Do you see that little sound thing? There's sounds. Oh my god. Okay. He's just set off an alert, which means like I need to start blowing things away. Okay, it's a bit of a shitstorm, wasn't it? Nice. Get back into crouch. Okay, but that's basically like it. So what we've learned is like taking down this, whatever, kind of makes it quiet and it helps you focus. Not only that, you also get extra experience points and stuff like that in the real game. Once you get into like the middle airlock, whenever you get in, you have to make sure it's closed. Okay. In the simulation it don't matter so much, but in real life it will actually make a difference. Typically what I do is I go around, I look at stuff and I go, okay, what have I got here? And then the last thing I do before pressing go to the next level is I take them last medikit, right? And that's it.
Airlock sequence. Subzone transition in effect.
Finish. Let's run through MIA rescue procedures.
Okay, so basically, if you don't like leave extraction or the airlock, which like you're in, you'd be considered like MIA, right? And basically means that you have to be like rescued later.
I've set up a rescue
like
objective.
In effect,
An MIA
it means,
operator
like,
is trapped in an Archean 3.
Or if you have to retreat, go to like the place you come in, or the place where like to be extracted. In simple terms, here's another one. It's like press F10 to check all your ongoing status, right? And like it's got like it'll have here like various stuff like quests you can do if you've not already done it, which I already have. But so pressing F10 throughout, like, and you're doing some of the things like killing nests and gassing the enemies and whatever, helps a lot.
Heartbeat
So
sensor
like,
activated.
okay, I'm using like pulse again to like have a scan of stuff. You see, my god, it's like there's just so many nests here. They're making so much noise. I hate it. But typically there's like 1 or 2 geezers out here.
Certain walls and floors can be destroyed, giving you new tactical opportunities.
Okay, that type of like, oh my god, that's the first time I've seen this geezer here. Okay, one for you guys then. Watch this geezer here. One thing. Oops. Someone's moving around. Well watched, okay. Oh my god, it's moving around so like I missed it. It's creepy though. Normally there's like 1 or 2 geezers out here.
Cardiac sensor searching.
And normally like you get points for like on a destroying nests and stuff like that. And this is a good opportunity to do it. So like in effect you're gonna have to kill one geezer and take down the other one. Okay? So I'm gonna do this geezer first. This guy, how are you gonna be allergic? Okay, oops. Oh no, my god. Okay, time for a shit show. This is time for a shit show. Okay.
Cardiac sensor performing a sweep.
Yeah, another thing they don't actually tell you is like if you do right click, whatever, you can actually see through and you can aim. So there's like a nest around here which is spawning people. So I need to make sure that nest is like sorted out. I don't know where it is.
I'm dry!
It's probably from here, probably. This is like a actually things easy got more.
Reload!
But it just also shows like how vulnerable you are in this game. It's like basically just one small mistake and reload. Start. I'm going to find that nest fast. Okay. Here's another thing, it's like if we don't do a perfect headshot or anything, and what happens is like it will leave basically black juice on the floor. You do like a perfect like takedown and like a headshot, whatever, and you're fine. I'm pretty much okay to do this next part here.
There's the Archean tree. Pull the MIA out. You'll see how the tree reacts to your rescue attempt.
Let's get back into character again. So normally like you're in this area here.
Deployed.
And pretty much like you see like there's no nests or anything in this boss area here, but what you will see like on the floor is like this black goo. What I find normally is like aiming like a little bit forward right here and shooting through like allows you to like create a path like really easy, like I don't know, like so you can get to like this like places like quicker. So that's like one thing I found.
2, 3, 4. I'm dry.
So like I'm still doing pretty good here. But anyway, let's have a look. The important thing which you need to find is like the extraction point. Now, like I'm not going to go through that cold storm which I played earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my exit like first. There's no nests around here, but like I want to make sure I can get out of this place quick. Now I know that basically on this thing there's only you and like this, like and your geezer here, which is correct. Well, what you have to do with this is like there's various types of like I don't know PowerPoints, whatever. These PowerPoints for the bad guy like come from these like nodule things here. Oh my god, there's one up there and there's like one over here. Now what you don't have to do, at least with like this one here, is worry too much. You just need to have basically like a pistol. And when things start red things start coming down here, that's kind of like extra power for the tree. Then like you just have to shoot them, and then like what you have to do is you have to keep on going back to this geezer here, pulling them out. Yeah, it's like I don't know, like a bad peanut, right? Like so once you say bad peanut, you keep on trying to pull the bad peanut from the tree, you MI guy, and you just keep on shooting these type of like these like wire things. Then like pretty much like you're home dry. What it does is, which is quite clever, is it always kind of puts the like things outside your field of sight. So I'm gonna have trouble like pulling this geezer and seeing the extra power coming down here. But normally what happens is like you press and you hold F, right? And I've got to say, like at this point here, like
weaken the ITM tree first, then you can pull the operator out.
Actually, like work this like kind of you can kind of like shoot and stuff like
The
that.
parasite is fighting
But I
back.
found like
Eliminate those anchor points and arc cells. Then
it's
pull your
easier to
casualties
actually
out
like,
of
shoot
there.
out like oh my god. Okay, so I screwed that. Yes. So you can see like the red thing, like it's kind of like going down, right? Like the things on the side, and you can also see like on the screen, you can see there's like a red flow type of icon. What you need to do is you can keep on pulling him, right? You just keep on pulling the geezer, press and hold F, and then once you pull him out, yeah, and you don't see any of the red flow things, you can see now on the left,
Operators
yeah, then the other nodules just die.
To the extraction point.
And that's it. That's kind of like how you do it. It took me 20 odd tries to actually do that, like beforehand, trying out different like tricks, whatever. I don't find the like instruction part to be very informative at all. So what I have to do now is I'm looking at the map and I'm saying, okay, where am I going? Obviously, I'm following this stuff, like little icon here, yeah, and I'm going there and I'm carrying the geezer.
Reload.
Now, once you got like like something in your hand, it's like I always play the pistol anyway. I don't know if you can change over to the other weapon, but like you always get like you only got the pistol, so get used to using that weapon. It keeps you alive. Love pistol.
Stay close or you'll miss your ride back to base.
Just stay on this pad, and that's it.
That was a good run. Do that in a real incursion and we'll contain the Archeans like nobody's business.
And there's like another point, right? It's like it always says like extraction successful, and you think, okay, I've done the mission, whatever, and then you go back in, you find out, you still got to do like various type of like recon missions or take down some nests or something like that, and you go like, what the hell? Yeah, basically, if you don't do all this type of like mini quests the first time, you have to repeat it. But to be honest, it's like I found like the once you get hold of like how complex the mechanics are of like the game, kind of what you have to do exactly, it to be like really like useful. So I mean, like what I'm gonna do next time is I'm gonna like go through and like try out some like other maps, try and find some like other easy ways to actually allow to do this. But anyway, hopefully you found the VR training type of like overview, and obviously using the thing like ping, like pressing like F10 and using like the tab key to show the map like helpful, because some of these things aren't actually shown in the training. So take care, have a good one, later.